guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're so late. I've just okay, I have something embarrassing to tell you. I've been on this chat now for about 15 minutes. And I thought I was speaking to you all, and it turns out it didn't start the go live button. So I've literally just been speaking to myself for 15 minutes because Julian usually sets this up, and he's just finishing up a few things in the field. So I didn't realize I had to click an extra button to go live. Anyway, we're here now, and I'm really sorry for leaving you hanging. And yeah, we'll go through the comments again, and this time with you guys here. It might be more feedback from you than before. I was reading the comments. I was like, they're still saying like maybe there's an emergency, maybe they meant to do this and they've put the time wrong. And I was like, what is going on? Oh, I'm so sorry, but thank you for waiting. Julian will be here shortly, and then I'll pop onto the mobile or the cell phone for our friends in the States, and we'll go and see some of the animals. But how are we all? I hope you're all doing well. And thank you to those who joined our patron chat yesterday. We had a really nice patron chat, and I saw you guys were talking about that. So yeah, thank you. And you were speaking about the vegan warrior tier. Hang on 1 minute, because Timo's barking, I think, at a cat, and I need to just... Sorry, you're going to have to talk amongst yourselves again. Sorry. What? Sorry about that. No, Timo's barking at Barney for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, so you guys were talking about the vegan warrior tier, and I don't know what's going on with my hair. It's really humid today. But yeah, you don't have to be vegan to join the tier. We put on there recipes, like vegan recipes. So even if you have like an interest in eating more plant-based, hopefully you will find it useful. We put on tips there for a vegan lifestyle or for vegan cooking to like spice up your cooking a little bit. And yeah, there's no judgment on there. We're not shaming anyone for not being vegan. If you guys have an interest in the vegan lifestyle or vegan food, then we'd love to have you on board. So yeah, please don't feel like you're excluded from that group by not being vegan, because anyone can join. Hi Rachel, now that it's September, what are the plans to move the animals to the new property? You both have tried so hard to get this done. Hi Linda. Oh, here he comes. Shh. Stop talking about him now.
Oh, shut up. Right.
Well, Linda, we are still waiting for our permissions.
Oh, that old story.
Yeah. So in August, it's basically vacation for the whole of Spain. So nothing really gets done in August. Now that we're in September, hopefully we'll hear back soon about the permissions for the goats. And then maybe we can get the ball rolling on that. And we are in touch with the architect because we need plans by an architect because of the horses. They want to know the dimensions of their shelters, and it needs to be drawn by an architect. And he wanted a lot of money when we asked him before. So we're in touch with him again and to see how much it's going to be, basically. So now it's September, we can get the ball rolling on that again.
Right, you?
Yes, I can take the mobile. I have a confession to make.
What?
I didn't realise I had to click the go live button, so I was sat here talking to myself for 15 minutes.
Oh, I so
And
wish
in the comments, they were going like, "Oh, I wonder if they've got an emergency," or "Oh, maybe they've just set the time wrong." And I was like, "Why are they not responding to me?"
See, this is what happens. When you mess things up.
I didn't mess anything up, thank you.
Hold on, I've got a logo in my head.
That's probably
Rachel told me 8:30.
No, I said, "What time do you think we should go live?" About 8:30, and you're like, "Yeah." And then you said later on.
So 8:30 then.
You were a bit like, no, not really giving me any sort of communication.
So 8:30 then.
And then I set the live, and then you were like, "What time do you set for?" And I said 8. You were like, no, yeah, like off in your own world, whatever. And then down there, I said to you, 10 minutes, and you're like, yeah, la, just breaking. And I'm trying to get the waters done. I'm trying to reverse the trailer, and I'm like, why is he not going up to go and do the live?
Go on, be done with you, because your water tank is filling with water. She
didn't mess up, Julian. Yeah, thank you, Sherry.
She did mess up, Sherry. She messed up terribly.
Rachel, can see Patoa Tot, please, and Cuddles, please.
Patoa Tot.
Patoa Tot.
Oh, Patoa Tot.
Right, goodbye. I'll see you guys soon over here on my cell phone. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I need to get some peanuts or something. Hold on.
Studio. Hello.
Off a link.
Shut up. Shut up, Julian.
This was rudeness.
Wow, that is an amazing super chat. Thank you so much. You know better than I do what to spend this on. Thanks for all you do. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. I've just got to find my glasses so I can actually see anything.
And where are you from? Is that an Irish name?
Where? Hold on. Polo Carthage. Thank you very much. That's lovely. Thank you. Very generous of you. Yeah, Polo Carthage. It could be Irish, but also could it be Polish? But that's just because it's got Pole in it. Maybe. I don't know.
But then the O, if it was Irish, the O would be an O apostrophe, not like an O with an accent on it.
Yeah.
Looks Welsh, says Jean.
Jean? Okay. Yeah.
Right, people.
No, it's not Red Bull. Right, hold on a minute. Rachel, are you taking over or what? What's going on here?
What?
Right. Did you put that? Right, hold on. I'm going to hide current comments. Right, let's get some organisation here. Right, let's get rid of Rachel because, quite frankly, she's just bringing the whole tone down. You know, I mean, why are we shouldn't even be facing the camera this way because I feel like you're getting too much of an insight. We should be facing that way. This way, the plant. Right, that's where we normally face. Is that way. Honestly, this woman. No sense. Right, hold on a minute. Right, now, where were we? Well, this is better now. You see, okay, we've got a little bit of a... Right, okay, that's better. Turn that round because it's got an ugly leaf on it because Rachel hasn't been stroking the plant. No euphemism there. Okay, right. Should we put her back? Hold on, let's see if she's going to behave herself. There she is. Hello.
Jan likes the breast, the chimney breast.
Jan loves the breast. Well, Jan, what can I say? It's a rocky breast. Right. I feel like I need to calm down a little bit now. How is everybody? How is everybody? Did you even play an intro or anything? You didn't even play an intro, so we've all set it up wrong. It's all a bit chaotic.
I did actually. Played it twice.
Did you? To yourself or to
played
everybody?
It twice. Yeah. Once to myself and then once to everybody.
Which intro did you play?
The intro.
Oh, intro. Okay. Right.
Like Myra says, my plant needs help. Myra, you guys told me to water it, so I watered it, and then it got worse. So I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not taking advice from you people anymore.
Jan says that she's not keeping check on donations today. Oh, okay then, Jan. That's what. Look, my t-shirt is wringing wet. That is how I am, fresh from the field, and I'm a mess. Oh well. Jane. Oh yeah, Jane with the earplug incident. Yeah, I was thinking about that this week, Jane. You gave me. It was like a memory that came back, kept giving me giggles. Just had images of your lipstick all over your face and your hair everywhere, and an earplug in your mouth. It just kept going. Right. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. I just found out you're an actor, Julian. Noetic concordance. Yeah.
I think that'll be enough.
Oh. Well.
Okay. We'll do. Yeah, fill them up. Yeah.
Right, let's get rid of that a minute. Right. Yes. I am an actor, although I haven't done any work for a while now, because I've been concentrating on this place, and Rachel won't let me out of the field very often. So, let alone the sanctuary. She keeps me in with electric fencing, and that's where I have to stay and do my jobs. Oh, Myra, thank you very much for your super chat. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you. Noetic, I just started acting class last week. Oh, did you? That's interesting. Are you following a particular technique, or what are you using? Let us know what you're doing. Jan says, "Don't leave her alone, Julian. Don't make me come over there and give you a smack." You come on then, Jan. Come on then. You'd have to catch me first. I can run pretty fast, you know. It could be pot bound or waterlogged. Yeah. Okay. All right. There's some good advice here coming from that. What's Rachel doing now? Have we got anything? Let's have a look. Oh, we've got a very. Who's that? That's a nice shot there of some donkey poo. And that was Ronnie's butt and Hoti. Okay. Thank you very much, Myra, for your super chat. I'm not really catching up with this at the minute. I'm discombobulated. Right. Let's start here. Real love is when you can rag each other amicably. Just get ragged, basically. I get ragged. That's it. That's it. Big Gaz, acting in the Matrix, no one can see, like Mario playing Mario's World, right? I don't understand that, Big Gaz. What does that mean? Acting in the Matrix, no one can see. Like Mario playing Mario's World, right? Ah, I see what you're saying. So really, we're all actors. Is that what you're saying? But we don't know it. Is that it? I was thinking about this, you know, today while I was mucking out the donkeys. No, mucking out the horses. Just about the world in which we inhabit. Oh my God, I'm going off on one. Perhaps I should just slow down a bit. No, I was thinking about the world we inhabit and how we are manipulated every day, and we don't even know it, in ways that we don't even know. And all aspects of our life, everything, the way that we're governed, the way that the way that the society's formed, everything. These are the things I think about, you see, when I'm raking up horse poo. And I was thinking, it's impossible, isn't it? You can never get out of it. You can never get out of it. But anyway, there you go. That was my little 2 pennies worth. Right, SJB Joe 66. Oh my word. Thank you very much for your super chat. That's lovely. I have been loving your videos. They make my day happy in this crazy world. Yeah, good. I'm glad that does that. Thank you very much. I don't know how to pronounce your name. SJB Joe AT66. So SJB Joe at 66. But thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Well, I hope that that the videos brighten your day a little bit. That's the idea. I think just to try and have a bit of just a giggle, really, isn't it? It's just a bit of a giggle, and just to remove us to a bit of escapism from the everyday. I've got a new video that I've done. I'm in the middle of editing it at the moment, so I was due to get that up this morning, but it was Rachel's fault. Noetic says, but personally, I'm reading Michael Chekhov's book. Oh, okay, Chekhov, righto. Fair enough, mate. Jane says she no longer wears earplugs as a precaution. Very good. Good idea, Jane. That would be a good idea, I think. And you're following the Meisner technique. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, I looked at the Meisner as well. I think for me personally, I had a look at everything. I had a look at all different methods and different techniques. And yeah, you just find the one that resonates with you, I think. But ultimately, for me, it was just about finding the truth in any given scenario that you're playing. As long as you can find the truth in it, then it's pretty, it follows suit. And if it's really well written as well, then you don't even have to learn the lines, because once you found the truth, the lines kind of write themselves as you're going along. They kind of fall naturally. But yeah, oh, well, good luck with that. I wish you every success with your acting, and I hope that goes really well for you. Keep going. Don't give up. Just keep going, and keep going. And when you want to give up, keep going again. It's good fun. I think it's really good fun. I am in school for a musical theatre degree. Oh, okay. That sounds fun. Oh, good. Right. Discombobulated. So all things normal. Yes, Intrepid Frady Cat. Absolutely. We've still got no Rachel at the minute. I think she's doing water right now, so that's why I can't see that any there. Aldine, some generous donors today. Yes, there are some really generous donors today. Big Gaz, this reality isn't real. Gaz, oh, Big Gaz, we're on it. I'm with you on that one. Is the reality real? What is real? Well, I think the reality is, I'm a strong believer that you can adapt and change your reality through the power of belief, and that because actually when you think about it, nothing exists, because everything exists only in our minds. And when you actually think about it, all the senses within the brain, it's all electrical impulses which are sending signals. So all we are in reality is electrical impulses. So the sense of touch, smell, sight, everything, it's all about electrical impulses, which there is nothing there. So yeah, I think we need to, I think there's a lot of lessons in religion over the years, different religions as well, not just one. And I think there's a lot of lessons in there about the power of faith or the power of belief, and creating the reality that you want. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I like chats like that. I like deeper meaningfuls. They're interesting. You can't really get to the bottom of anything, can you? You just look at the stars and go, my God, what are we doing here? How do you spell discombobulated? Yeah, just like that, Jane. You're doing very well. Let's have a look. Hi from Australia. Hope you're all well. How's little Onyx? Yeah, Tash, Onyx is doing really well. Really sharp little claws. Settling in really quite nicely, though. And really cute, really cute. We're trying to just shower her in lots of love to stop her being so aggressive, because she hasn't got any siblings, obviously, to fight with and play with. So she's getting really, really bolshy, and she really does attack. And I've just got claw marks all over me from where she sort of launched herself at me over the past couple of weeks. So yeah, we're just trying to get her to calm, not be so fighty. But yeah, she's full of vigor and aggression. Jan W says, Jan says, do a poll. Who would take the pink pill and who would take the blue? Blue is ignorance, red is reality. Well, you didn't say that. You said a blue pill. Hold on a minute. So you can take what's the pink pill then, Jan? Poor old Jan, she's got a few pills there. Jan, just take the pills, okay? Don't worry about which one's which. Just keep taking the pills, Jan, all right? Okay, just whatever you do, all right? Do not stop taking the pills without speaking to your Decision. Your doctor would use that. Wow. Oh, I see. You've corrected yourself. Red, not pink. Ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. Reality. I wouldn't imagine there's a lot of comfort in reality. If I'm honest, I would have thought that. Yeah, I'm not sure I would want a heavy dose of that. Yeah, give me Cloud Cuckoo Land anytime. I think that's the place to live. Let's all go to Cloud Cuckoo Land. Who cares? It's happiness, isn't it? At the end of the day, that's all you want, really. I think that's all you can want lots of things in life, but ultimately, if you've got happiness and you've got your health, then you've pretty much got everything, health and happiness. So, yeah, I choose Cloud Cuckoo Land and complete ignorance. Luckily, I think that's where I am. Oh, who wants red? Hold on a minute. Jean says red for you. So red is, hold on. What was red? Red is reality. Oh, okay. God, lots of people taking the reality pill. SJ, you say I would take the reality pill. However, I already have. You can't shut your eyes once they're open. Yeah, you can. Just refuse. Just refuse to accept it. We are all mucking out, and these videos provide hope as well as laughter. Yes, absolutely. Where else? Red for Jean, you're red as well. You're a bit of red for reality. What's wrong with you people? Haven't you got enough reality in your life? Once you're awake, there's no going back to sleep. Well, yeah. I don't know about that, I don't know. I feel like my eyes were open, and then I would prefer to keep them shut. I don't know. Is there a hopelessness in that? I don't know. Is there is there a in the search for peace, which I think is ultimately, well, I can only speak for me. Obviously, I can't speak for everybody else. I speak for me. So I search for peace, and if I consider reality and the things that I know, or the things that I think I know, I should say, and I dwell on them, then my peace is shattered, and it can be quite. I think it can be quite harsh. Reality can be quite harsh, and if that disturbs your peace, then I think you've got to be aware of the reality, but also perhaps be aware of your self-induced ignorance. I don't know. Perhaps that's what it is, like a self-induced ignorance against that. I don't think. Yeah. Do you just ignore it? Do you ignore the reality of some situations to find that peace? Because let's face it. I mean, there's some. Yeah. I don't know. Oh man, this is where art comes from, isn't it? This is what art is for. This is for the expression and yeah. I don't know. I think we should all paint. And write poetry, and we should do things like that. Be creative, and allow that whole discussion to come through your art, because I think there's something in that which is quite interesting. But anyway, right, okay, you've got me on one there. Annie says, "How hot is Spain now?" Here in Marseille, I'm on holiday. It's hot and humid. 30, 32. Yeah, it must be about the same. It's very, very humid. Really, as you can see, my t-shirt is soaked, and yeah, it's pretty grotty out there. It's been thundering all afternoon, but no rain. Susan, hello, Susan Ryan. There's a name I haven't seen for a while. I used to follow you on Facebook, but you disappeared from my feed. I'm glad you're on YouTube. For Rachel, get a bigger pot, fresh soil, and rinse off the roots and replant. Give it a good watering. Okay, Susan, I will tell her that. Yes, that's strange. I do remember you from before. I always remember a name. Got a good memory for names. Shirley says, hi Shirley, do you have holiday volunteers for September and October? Yes, we do have holiday volunteers for September and October. So we're getting ready for that. I think the first ones for September start next week. So yeah. Jan says, I'd take the red pill reality, but I'd refuse to know my future in a crystal ball. Oh, knowing your future. Yeah, that's a completely different question. That is. Yeah, knowing your future. Well, I suppose there is an argument that we all know our future because we can all set our future, can't we? Can't we set? Can't we change? Can't we make our future? I don't know. Well, we're getting deep and dark here. Big Gaz, here he comes. I'm the one that brings down the matrix, but I also have a future for everyone. You are going to bring down the matrix. Big Gaz, excellent. Go for it. More power to you. Bring it down, man. How are you going to bring it down? Share it. How can we help you bring down the matrix? I think the matrix is falling, if I'm honest. I feel like there's quite a shift out there at the moment, and it's everywhere. And yeah, I think it's a very exciting time to be alive because I think things are changing. I think we're growing as a society, and we're awakening to a lot of things. And I think old systems are dying off. I think old ways are dying off, and I think there's a period of now where it's a little bit of uncertainty and a little bit of unrest, and I think we'll come through it, and I think we'll be better for it. That's what I feel. I don't know. What do you think? Right, hold on. Right, Luciano Pavarotti is back. Your sponsors, Ami Pet Food, are Italian, so how can we support them? Well, they are Italian, but they provide food. They have food across European markets. I don't know whether or not, I don't know where you're from, Luciano Pavarotti. Are you Italian? Basically, if you've got animals, use Ami Pet Food, and it's really good stuff. And it's all vegan, plant-based, so go for it. Big Gaz, this reality has no evolution for everyone, only for the ones that created it. Well, didn't we all create our own reality? So is the evolution for us not personal in our own created reality? Are we not all one? Julian, are you in the Matrix? No, Ellen, I am not in the Matrix. Do you mean the film or the Matrix? No, I'm definitely not in the Matrix. I'm in neither. I'm in neither the Matrix or the Matrix. I only exist in your mind. Wendy, yeah, you've got it, Julian. Oh, okay. Everything is energy, man. Yeah, totally agree with you. I really believe that everything is energy. Every little thing we look at is energy. Right. Elizabeth Whitney, finding a system of belief can then allow one to remain hopeful. Yeah, I think. Finding a system of belief can then allow one to remain hopeful. Well, yeah. Well, isn't it strange that, I mean, whatever that belief may be, whether it's religion or whether, you know, or it's just an idea that you believe in, you're right. I think that does create hope. I mean, I went through a period of time where I thought that hope was a lie, and I thought that hope was what was the point of hope? You know, why do we hope? What is hope? What are we hoping for? And but yeah, I've changed my mind on that, and I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? Is you have to remain fluid and not solid in. You've got to remain a student of this life that we're living, and as we're going through life and the things we learn, and you know, we're learning things all the time. And I think the minute we shut down and we cement our views, then we stop living and we stop experiencing. But for me, it's about experience. But I also feel that there is an imposition from others in society that can stop you from experiencing certain things, and that gets me angry. I actually get a little bit angry when, and also I get angry for on behalf of other people as well, when you know, I look at animals and I think, well, okay, so I mean, let's bring it back to animals here because we're an animal sanctuary and we should really keep it relevant, I suppose. But so I look at horses and, well, all animals really, and I think, you know, they are here on this earth and they have every much as right to us to be on this earth and to roam this earth and to breathe the air and to witness life in the form that they are in. And yet this world is controlled in such a way that it prevents them from doing that. Well, the majority of the animals on this planet are not allowed to exist in that way. And we can only provide them a certain amount of freedoms because we have to conform to this society that we live in, which I get, when society needs to function, I understand that. But it also makes me a little bit angry and a little bit sad that our experience on this planet and our experience on this life is controlled by these impositions from other humans. At the end of the day, it's just another human. One other human has said this, or another human has written this in a book and said this is the rules, and we have to follow what this other human has said. And that sometimes, I'll be honest, that gets me a lot. And I'm like, why am I having to do this? You know, just because this other human wrote this down and said I've got to do this, why? I'm quite capable of working out my own thing, you know. So I'm sure we all are, you know. We're not all stupid. I mean, some of us are. Well, okay, I'm stupid, but I think that, you know, it's that imposition that can sometimes be a little bit frustrating, I think. Jane says Klaus lives in a matrix of his own. Oh no, this is Klaus. The matrix. The matrix or the mattress? I think the mattress is where Klaus lives. Yeah. But it's wrapped in plastic because we have to be hygienic. Where are we? Up yours, says Jan. Good. Thank you very much, Jan. That's a very, yeah, wow. Big Gaz says, they brought me here because you're like me. Okay. You're like me. I think we are all one, Big Gaz. Julian, push the green button. Yeah. So the blue pill is NyQuil and the red pill is Dayquil. Oh, okay. I was wondering whether the blue pill is Viagra and the red pill is something completely different. I don't know. Your brain would probably short circuit. Jan says to Noetic Concordance. Do you have help now? Gail, yes, we do have help. We have a young lady with us whose name is Anna. And she joined us, I think, at the weekend, just before the weekend. Well, it is the weekend, isn't it? Yeah. And yeah, she's getting on really well. She's settling in, and it's a bit of a shock to the system because it's a lot of work. She says it's quite intense, but yeah, she's enjoying it. And then we've got another young lady starting this week as well. So that will hopefully, you know, bridge the gap and get us through to the end of the year. So yeah, really excited about that. But you will be meeting her eventually, I'm sure, on videos and things like that. Jane says, I would live in pervy Leslie land, calm and smooth. Well, how do you know he's smooth? How do you know he's not a little bit rough? Oh, I say. Right. Okay. Evelyn says, stop struggling with reality. Acceptance is the thing and stops all the struggling. Do you know what, Evelyn? Wise words there. The struggle. Yes, the struggle. Is that the same as going with the flow? I think it may be. Yeah. If you're fighting against something and you're fighting too hard, yeah, it's a struggle. But sometimes I agree with you. 100%. But I also think that if you're trying to achieve something, some things do need a struggle. It depends what you're struggling against. I think you've got to identify what the current is that you're fighting against. If it's a universal current that you're fighting against, then no, you're better off to go with the flow. But if it's an imposition that's fighting you, then sometimes that's a fight you do take. And I think that's the one you do struggle against. I think it does depend on where the current is coming from sometimes. We are 2D strings vibrating with our universe. Only Steve knows the truth. Steve definitely knows the truth. The donkeys definitely know the truth. Sometimes they give me a look and I think, yeah, you know all the answers. Linda says, I would take a purple pill. A little bit of both balances your life. Yeah, Linda, that's a good point. Well, let me try and catch up a little bit here. This conversation is getting a bit deep for us mere mortals. Yes, Joe, I agree with you. Big Gaz wants a future without the Matrix. I can explain the entire Matrix away to everyone. Okay. Come on then, Gaz. I want to know about this. All right. Oh, hold on. I'm getting waved at. She's back.
Hello.
Hello.
The trailer won't give me the car back.
You can't.
I need help.
You can't unhitch the trailer.
No, it won't. It won't let go.
Well, don't worry about it.
No, but I've got Timo in the back, and he's out of his wheelchair, so I need to take him up in the car.
Okay, right. So, unwind the jockey wheel. Excuse us a minute. Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Yeah, I've done that.
No, unwind it so it's back on the car.
Yeah, I've done that. I've released it so it's not too much tension.
Okay, good. So lift the handle directly up. And then once you've got it up, then tilt it forward. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if that's done it or not.
Oh, okay. This is all exciting stuff here. Let's have a look. This is live from the field. Have you done it?
No, it won't give me it.
Right, drop it back down to take the tension off of it again.
Yeah, it's off.
Okay, right. The problem is, I think what you're trying to do is pivot the handle up before lifting it vertically. That sounded promising. Cool. Is the brake on?
Yeah.
This is interesting, guys. This is interesting.
Okay, don't worry. I'll just keep trying.
Well, can you put the camera so we can see it? Because this is hilarious.
Oh, thanks.
Well, no, we're just watching you struggle to unhitch a trailer.
Oh, it's a stupid trailer.
Now we've just got your bottom.
Well, can't do everything.
It's not a stupid trailer. Lift it up first and then tilt it forward.
I am.
Jan.
It's up already.
Well, put it back down then. Right, put it down, lift it vertically, and then tilt it forward. Jan, please put your slippers on. Go and help Rachel with the trailer. She's struggling here. Acceptance is the key, says Aldine. Yes, Aldine, I agree with you. Any news on the new place yet? What?
Okay, I've got it.
Oh, there you go. Well done. Excellent. Round of applause. Brilliant.
I can't get in the car though, because can you see that?
Well, how did you do that?
Oh, I had to get out the passenger side.
Well, you'll have to get in the passenger side.
Yeah, I know.
I'd hurry up before Timo has an accident in the car.
I know. He's in the box, don't worry.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yes, right. Where were we? Tracy says, any news on the new place yet, or is it best not to mention it? Well, no, you can mention it, Tracy. Yeah. The latest on that is we've been, well, what should you say, on hold really for the month of August. So I'll be speaking to the agricultural department tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be getting there sooner rather than later. It's just the goats will be the first stop. Everything's done, everything's in place. We're just waiting for that paperwork to come through. So that's really good news. Right. Jan says, if you don't accept reality, how can anyone improve or change it? Yes, valid point. Big Gaz is going to paint a masterpiece. Excellent, Big Gaz. Thank you very much. Did you do it? John Thee, thank you very much for your super chat. I like self-indulged ignorance. Self-indulgent ignorance, yes. I like that as well. It sounds fun. May I ask how Timo is? Obviously completely changing the subject. Yes, Linda, thank you for that. How is Timo? Can we see him? No, we can't.
Yeah, shortly when I'm up at the house. But yeah, he was down at feed in his wheelchair, obviously. And then he went into the feed shed to try and eat some pig food. So I had to, when he's like that, he's just like really determined. So I had to grab him by the wheelchair to drag him out. And then his harness slipped, so it's like behind his front leg. So he's just half in his wheelchair. And then just now came down to finish the waters off. And I'm trying to move the car, and he's just not moving out of the way. So then I was like, well, I'll have to pick him up and put him in the car. And then he wouldn't fit in the car with his wheelchair on because the box is in the car. So I had to take him out of his wheelchair. So that's where we are now. And now I'm going to get him out.
Okay. Right. Okay, good. Well, we look forward to seeing him in a minute. Thank you for that update. Jane says, you awake while I change my T-shirt? Don't think you want to see that, Jane. Right, okay, hold on. Luciano Pavarotti says, do you have to keep the sanctuary location confidential? Are there people who would want to steal the animals? Luciano, yes, there are people who will steal the animals. We have had animals stolen many years ago, probably, about 8 years ago, something like that. We had some pigs get stolen. So yeah, it does happen. And there are some people out there that do want to harm animals. And what would you say? You know, they've got problems. But so it's best just to keep everything as secret as possible. Anyway, we just don't flaunt it. It's not like it's a closely guarded secret. It's just, you know, you just try and not advertise it too strongly. Let's have a look. Jan says, I think the old has always been there and it's coming back, unfortunately. Our species doesn't seem to learn from the past. Very sad. Yeah, you might be right. Okay. It's Joe says she went to a psychic once who said, you will live on the edge of town near water. We live on the outskirts of Ashbourne with a small brook at the bottom of the garden. Well, that's interesting, Joe. Do you know, I went to a psychic and they told me I was going to live in a yellowy orange house and it would be almost surrounded by water. And we've got a river that goes all the way around the house. And she always, the psychic also told me your partner will, what did she say? I didn't say this actually. Said your partner will make you think that you wear the trousers, but she will wear the trousers. So that bit obviously isn't true. Intrepid Fraidy Cat, I've been following several art communities. It helps to improve my reality. Oh, yes, interesting. Jan says Julian is no Keanu. Oh, thanks very much, Jan. That's great. No, I'm not Keanu. I'm only me. Keanu is Keanu, and I am me. All right. So I make no apologies for that. I wouldn't want to be Keanu. Thank you very much. Big Kaz says, I travel through the stars when I close my eyes, just like Tesla. After that experience, I learned what 2% of the world can see. Big Kaz, we've got some interesting things here. You should write this all, and we need to see this. You travel through the stars when I close my eyes. Okay, I like this. Audine says, did a donkey groom your hair today? What are you suggesting? What are you suggesting? Yeah. I think Julian's forgotten about poor Rachel. No, I haven't. I'm sorry, I've got to catch up. Where are we? I've got to catch up. Right, hold on. I'm going to jump across here a little bit. Gail says, I so agree with Julian. Bothers the arse off me, read the animals not being able to live their lives in the natural way. Yeah, absolutely. It's okay to be stupid, says Noetic Concordance, as long as you are not ignorant.
Come on, this way.
Yeah, I agree. Let's have a look. Big Gaz says, oh, we've got some more information from Big Gaz coming through. We need like a Big Gaz hotline to the universe. Big Gaz says, all this knowledge is within me, Linda Allen, and I've never written it down. Big Gaz, you have to write it down. Write it down. You must do it. Okay, take this as your cosmic message that's coming through to you from the ether. You must write it down. It's very, very important. There's always someone trying to control you. Yeah, very true, very true. Oh, everyone's now chanting Rachel. They want Rachel back.
Timo, did you see?
Oh, sorry about that. We lost Rachel. I don't know what happened there. Haha. Oh, she's back.
Wow.
Oh, back. Dear Julian, good evening. Would you please tell me how old is Ronnie, Steve, and Barry? Hi, Jamback Mansion. Thank you for that question. Right. Let's have a think. Ronnie. How old is Ronnie? I reckon Ronnie must be about 11, I think. Maybe a little older. I would say Ronnie's about 11 or 12. Steve is about the same, 11 or 12. Yeah, it's got to be 9. Yeah, I think so. 11 or 12, probably 11, I would think. And Barry, I'm not sure Barry. I think Barry's a little bit older, but not much. I think he's a little bit older, Barry. And the reason I say that is because everything about him is a little bit, I don't know, he just feels a bit more mature. He feels more mature in his everything about him. Do you know what I mean? I can't really explain it. It's I know you get like people with an older head on their shoulders, but with Barry, there's something that just tells me he's just a little bit older. I don't know for sure, but I would put Barry at probably not much older, but maybe a couple of years older than that. So maybe Barry's at 15, something like that. I would think. But thank you for that question. Can see Rachel. Yes, Henry, you can see Rachel. She's don't know what she's doing. She's messing about. Big Gaz says, apologies, bud. There's no one like me. Okay, no, there's not. You're very true. Right. Rachel Potato. Yes, don't worry, Henry. Rachel's going to be with us shortly. Don't worry. She's sorting herself out. Yeah, forget the Matrix now. We're here for Sanctuary News, please. Yes, Jean. I know you are here for Sanctuary News. Let's get on with this. Go help her, Julian. No. Rachel brought this on herself. Okay, Rachel was disorganized and now she's paying the price. Okay, look, I was running around like a lunatic. My shirt bears witness to this. Oh, hello. What are you doing?
I'm trying to do everything. I can't do everything.
Would you like me to help you?
A dog that's pooped and I had to run away to get a thing and I can't. What?
I said, would you like me to help you?
No, well, you're doing a live.
Apparently I'm not. I'm no good. Everyone wants you back. They don't like me.
Well, what? What do you want to do?
I don't know. I can help you in many ways. To be honest, I'd probably come down there and get it all done in about 5 minutes, but you carry on flapping. All right. Okay. Hold on a minute. I'm just having a look here. Oh, I think I missed something that Jan said. There's a surprise. Once you've got it up, tilt it forward. That brings back memories. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. We're giving the Matrix a break now. Right. Let's have a look. All right. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to catch up now on the. Who is your? Oh, Elizabeth got a question. Who is your secret favorite donkey? Well, don't have favorites. I really don't have favorites at all. It's like they're all different. They have different sort of personalities, and depending on how you're feeling, you kind of gravitate towards the one you need, and they gravitate towards you. It's really weird how that happens. I've noticed it with the horses as well. Sometimes I think if you're constant, that's an interesting thought actually. So I think if you're authentic and you're living yourself, you know, you're not pretending to be something you're not. So I think that when you're around animals, you can only be you. You know, you can just be you. And sometimes you're in a good mood, sometimes you're in a bad mood. And the animals are the same. You know, sometimes they are in good mood, sometimes they're bad. Sometimes I'll go in and in the morning muck out the donkeys, and Dottie will be really umpy and she won't be very happy. Other times you just think, hello, you've changed a bit. And like with Dottie, I've noticed this recently. She's changed where she's a lot more loving. She's a lot more friendly. She's a lot more approachable. And she never was. She was always very standoffish. So you notice their changes in their moods. But I've also noticed that when they come to me, if they're coming to me, I feel like they're looking for something from me, and what can I give them? So I always try and just be constant, because that way I know what they want. If you know what I mean, I can just, you know, I know if they just want a bit of love, if they want cuddles. So I've noticed it with the horses, and the donkeys. I tell you actually, who really does do that with me is Macario. So Macario, he will come if I go and muck out Macario. He comes to me some mornings and he will start just being an absolute pain. He's right in my space. He's on my feet. He's everywhere. So I have to put everything down and I have to give him a cuddle. And then, so I'll give him a cuddle, I cradle his head, and I will sing him a song, or I will tell him about a story about a donkey, or I just have a little chat with him, whatever it may be that we're talking about. And he will, I can feel him. He goes from being like, I want something to, okay, I've had enough. And then I let him go, stop cradling his head, just let him go. And he wanders off and he'll go and start nibbling or doing something. But he's coming to you for that interaction. And I've noticed that with the donkeys as well, with the other donkeys. So, you know, Steve will do it. Steve wants cuddles. Ronnie likes cuddles. Ronnie loves cuddles. Hoti not so much, you know. Charlie sometimes, even very rarely. But yeah, they're all different. And Dottie, like I said, past couple of weeks, she's wanted loads of attention. So you just never know what mood they're in. So it's not that I have favorites. I just try and be there for them and do what I'm doing and just be constant. And I think if you do that, then they will kind of like they'll gravitate towards you. That's a good question. TTS Biz, Rachel is such a hard worker. You do everything, dear girl. Don't work too hard. You make me feel very lazy, but you all do so much for all these animals. You're wonderful. Hard job. Take care. Oh, thank you very much. That's a nice thing to say. Rachel's thinking rude words to Julian. No, she's not. Do that. What are you talking about? TTS, oh my gosh, people took your animals. That is beyond sad. Yeah, it was pretty brutal, actually. It was pretty brutal. It was one night, and I think we lost, I think it was 4 or 5 pigs were stolen. You know, so yeah. And we have also had, again, very early days, would have been about 10 years ago, we had 5 pigs killed in one night. Somebody came on and killed 5 pigs, and that was heartbreaking. And so yeah, we tend to try and be very, very careful. That was, we've got different fencing up now and things like that, so it's a lot harder, and I'm just really, really cautious. I'm aware of of people around. We've got like dogs are now more accessible to alert us. So yeah, we don't get it anymore, touch wood. But yeah, that was pretty brutal. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's have a look. Tracy says, Rachel, she would come and help you if she could. Mr.
Thanks,
100
Tracy.
also says, which donkey would be the hairdresser? Bonnie. Because he just loves playing with your hair. Jane says, I was in a shop today which had Christmas decorations. Oh my goodness.
No. What's wrong with the world?
Yeah, that's not good, is it? We don't need Christmas decorations. What's going on?
I think people are already excited about how.
Say again?
People are already talking about Halloween.
Well, that's fair enough. That's only like a month away, or just over. Aldine, have you seen the sad choice in Africa about starving people and the animals in sanctuaries? No, I haven't seen that. Have you seen the sad choice in Africa about starving people and the animals in sanctuaries? No, I haven't seen that. Internationalist, what software do you use for the multi-screen YouTube live broadcast? I don't know. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. Henry says, Julian, can put light at kennels for Rachel. Yes, I will, Henry. The light is on. When Rachel's in there, she'll put the light on. Oh, you mean the little light? Yeah, like we did last week. Okay. I don't know if it's got any charge in it. I'll have to check. Hold on a minute.
I'm going to walk them first.
Say again?
I'm going to walk them first.
Oh, okay. They've got to go on a little walk. Okay. Can you take Henry on the walk with you? Big Gaz says, none of you know me. It won't take you long to find me after everything I went through the last 4 years. Okay, Big Gaz. This is interesting. Let's have a look. Gail Marie. Oh, that look from Rachel spoke 1,000 swear words. Oh, I'm way behind, aren't I? Okay, hold on a minute. We do like you, Julian. Just try to focus a bit. Okay, Myra. All right, my brain is fried. Okay, it's fried. It's long gone. It was fried about 3 years ago, and it's never come back.
Yeah, she does that sometimes.
I agree, Evelyn Sutton. She needs help tonight. You're missing the signs, Julian. Hold on a second, Wendy. Right? Hold on a minute. Right? Just a cotton picking minute. I've got to calm my beans a bit, okay? All right. I've done a lot, okay? I've been working really hard today. I've been working really, really hard today. I haven't stopped. And Rachel, right? Rachel does need help. Yes, she does need help. But Anna is with her and she's working through it. All right? It's okay. It's under control.
Django. No. Django. Barney. In. In.
I'm getting told off for not helping you now. Tell you what, why don't I just do everything? I'll do everything and you can be a princess.
Yeah, receiving. Receiving. Eyebrows' food is on the barrel in that area because Timo is in there, so I thought it'd be easier to leave it on the barrel for you. But Barney is in there as well, and I need Barney to stay in. Barney cannot come out. Okay, I will make sure Barney does not come out. Thank you.
Okay. Right, I'm going to remove Rach for a minute. Let her get on with that. Right, okay. Big Gaz asks, how big is the sanctuary, Julian? We are about between 15 and 20 acres in size. And the new place is about twice that. Jamback Mansion, Julian, would you please let me know how many animals are under your care in the sanctuary and how do they live together? Does any one animal get along with each other? Thank you. Jambak, thank you very much for that question. Yeah, how many animals are under our care in the sanctuary? Currently 136 animals. And how do they live together? What happens is they are in small groups. So you have little areas of population. That way we can manage them. So you have little populations of pigs. You have a herd of horses. We have a herd of donkeys. The sheep and so you've got the goats that all live together. And then what happens is, so like the horses sometimes are released onto the sanctuary where they can go where they want if they just want to have a run around. The donkeys can also do that, although we've got a slight problem at the moment in that the neighbor, unfortunately, in his wisdom, he opened up the river and destroyed a load of vegetation that was acting as a natural barrier for us. So he opened that up, which means the donkeys and the horses can actually get off the sanctuary really easily. So they did that on Saturday. The horses, all of the horses ran off the sanctuary on Saturday. So we had to go and round them up. And the donkeys got off a couple of days ago, in which there's a video on Insta where we had to go and round up the donkeys as well. So that's proving a bit of a problem and a bit of a nightmare at the moment. So we're having to monitor that really closely. So we don't want to not give them that option of being able to run free, but at the same time, we've got to keep them safe and, you know, prevent them from running off. So we're trying to work out how to barricade the area that the neighbor opened up. So yeah, we're working on that at the moment. So I'll probably be doing that this week. I've got a load of dead trees, and I'm thinking what I'll do is just move them with the tractor, and that will create a bit of a natural barrier again and should prevent that from happening. So yeah, so if when we have these little populations of the animals, it means that they form their little relationships, the pigs especially. So the pigs form really strong bonds with each other, and they'll have sleeping buddies. So, you know, at night time you go around and check all the animals. It's always the same pigs that are all cuddled up to each other, and it's really cute actually. But that's their security, if you like. That's their, you know, that forms part of their habitat. It forms part of their existence. So, you know, it's not just about food and shelter and water. It's about companionship, and so by doing that, it ensures that they have that companionship that they need, as we all do. So yeah, that works really well. The horses in the herd as well, they have their little companions, the ones that they buddy up with, but then they also form one big herd as well. So it becomes like its own organism. So it's really interesting. If you affect one horse, you affect all of them, because that one will have a knock-on effect of that one, and that one will have a knock-on effect of that one, and so on and so forth. And it can become like a little bit of a domino effect. So it's the same with everything that's living in a herd or in a group in that way. It's sort of like you have to look at the whole picture. So yeah, that's how they live. That's how we manage them. We muck them out pretty much every day. So that's really important as well, because by mucking them out, you're cleaning them every day. You're noticing problems that they could have, whether that be parasites or whether it be wounds. You know, we picked up a wound very early on one of the horses, and that was because you're doing the daily mucking out, you notice the blood. You know, you'll notice, you know, oh, hold on a minute, there's some drops of blood here, why have we got drops of blood in the field? Well, if you weren't mucking out every day, you wouldn't see those things. So that enables us to go, okay, hold on a minute, we need to do an inspection because somebody's done something. And then you don't stop looking until you get the answer. Same with the pigs. You know, you could do things where, you know, sometimes you might find a tusk. So you know that, hold on a minute, we found a tusk, so one of the pigs has got a problem. Have they been fighting, or what's happened. Have they caught their tusk on something or whatever? And then you investigate and you find out, and then you answer the question. Do they need veterinary care, or is it okay, or whatever? So yeah, so it's just that daily husbandry, looking after the animals, keeping them in small groups means you can manage them better. And also it's it's good for, like, you can manage their feeding. When you're feeding them every day and you're feeding them in small groups, you notice when one isn't eating. And when one isn't eating, you can then decide, we've got a problem like we had with Olive, or we had a problem with Julius. It was noted that he wasn't eating. We would never have seen that. If you'd had a herd of, 70 pigs, that one pig that's not eating, you'd never notice. You'd never see it. So by small groups, you can manage them better. So that's how we do it. So thank you for that question, Jambak. Tash says, how's serious going with the Leishmania? Probably wrong spelling. I call it Leishmania. Well, I just call it leash, to be honest, Tash. It's Leishmaniosis or something like that it's called. Yeah, he's doing all right. His coat is really soft at the moment, which is a good sign. When the leash is really raging, the coat gets really dry. So it's quite silky, which makes me think that he's kind of doing all right. He's got to go in, I think, for more blood tests, but that's a Rachel question more than a me, because she sort of looks after that side of things. So I can do the sort of like the management of the sanctuary itself, the fences, the legalities, the paperwork, and all the rest of it. But when it comes to liaising with the veterinaries, that's more to do with Rachel, because she has a really, really good mind for the medication. She understands what it does. She's got a really good head for that. So that's really a Rachel question. But yeah, he seems to be doing really well at the moment. Jane says, my cacti are vicious. Just doing some watering. Okay, thanks for that, Jane. The orange and white cat is cute. He is. That is the orange and white cat is Timmy, and Timmy just turned up one day without any. He just knocked on the door and turned up. But yeah, he's a lovely cat. Aldine says, oh, this is about the Africa thing. They are planning to kill 700 animals from their sanctuaries in order to feed their starving people. I cannot remember which country will do this. Oof. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty frightening. Yeah, that's scary. I don't know what to say about that. I'll let that one will just go around for a bit. Jean says, speaking of Christmas, the best one I ever had was in an ashram in India. True Christmas, that was. Joy and service. My next best Christmas would be working in Jacob's Ridge. Oh, Jean, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, Christmases are pretty different here. They're good fun. We always do a live on Christmas Day. And yeah, it's nice, actually. It's nice. We give the animals presents. And yeah, it's good. It's good. Christmas has never been the same since Jacob's Ridge, to be honest. Right, hold on a minute. Let's have a look. I'm just going to try and catch up a little bit. Let's have a look. Hold on. Aldine asks, okay, did you work things out with a neighbour at the new land? Yeah, we did, Aldine. What I did was I was really angry. I had to really calm myself down. If some of you don't know, what happened was the neighbour at the new land, he decided to start building a wall and doing all sorts of construction work on our land without asking permission. When I asked him to remove the construction that he was doing on our land, he was claiming that this is Spain and I don't know what I'm talking about, and he can do what he wants. And he just started giving me all these rubbish ultimatums and all sorts of things. So it got me really wild, and I did lose my proverbial with him a little bit, well, a lot. I ended up really letting him have it down the phone and telling him I was going to do all sorts of things to him. So I had to calm myself down. and put it on a different footing. So what I did was I found all the laws that he was breaking by doing what he was doing, and I composed a message to him that was incredibly friendly and very, very understanding of his situation and what he was trying to achieve, but highlighting to him all of the laws and the civil codes that he was breaking by doing that, and respectfully asking him to cease and remove any construction. And you know what? Within 5 days, it was all gone. And I haven't heard a peep from him since. So fingers crossed, that was the answer. But thank you for that question. Betty Rubs Potato. She's not back yet with the walks yet, Henry, but she's coming. Gail Marie, if you are that one, you are responsible for a lot of monkeys suffering in experiments. Oh, hold on a minute. I don't know what that's all about. I'm going to skip that one, Gail, if you don't mind, because I think that's on an internal conversation with Big Gaz. I don't know what. I've missed some of the Big Gaz's statements. There's obviously something going on there with what he is or what he isn't. Big Gaz, I don't know what's going on here, but you're stirring everybody up. What are you saying? The devil found me first, and I've been trying not to hate him for ages. Okay. Okay. All right. Aldine, did anyone else see the story about Africa? It was on CCN. I don't know. That is a CNN, you mean? Yeah. Right, hold on a minute. I'm trying to catch up. Hold on. Right, Mr. 100 Awesome. Here's your question. Right, let's have a look. Go. Since you are now keeping both locations, what is your next project for the Jacobs Ridge location? Are you still planning to build the Betty White project and hospital? How do you pick where to build? Good question. Thank you very much. Yes. The Betty White Memorial Pig Run is going to be, we've decided we're going to build that down the bottom here, because the pigs will have to remain at this site. They cannot go to the new site. So the hospital and clinic will be here, and that will be in the existing outbuilding. So we have a feed shed, and next to the feed shed here at this site, there's a little cabin. And that cabin is currently used for just like general storage. And it's a bit of a wasted space, really. And there's a lot of junk in there that we don't need. So that will be the ideal location for the clinic when we build that. The question being, when are you still planning to build the Betty White project and the hospital? How do you pick where to build? It's all about where things are needed. So because Rachel and I have recently formed with Joanne McCombie, we've recently formed the National Association for the Care and Protection of Animals in Spain. So we're very excited about that. And we are waiting now for the paperwork to come through for that. We've had the number and everything, so it's all just a matter of course. But we've had August, which is why we haven't had that. So everything's been shut down. So within the next month or two, we should all have that registration certificate there. So that is the National Association for the Care and Protection of Animals in Spain. The clinic and this place will fall, although it will still be Jacobs Ridge, it will fall under that banner. So this will be the nucleus from where we can actually start to affect change for the care and protection of animals in Spain. And we think this is the best place to do it. This is the best location to act from because of the history of the place and what we've been doing here thus far, for the past umpteen years. So we're really excited about that, and that's a whole new chapter. Jacobs Ridge mountain reserve, which is the new land up there, which has been fenced, where the goats are going. That's effectively going to be like paradise for the animals that go there, and that's going to be a place where they can live and exist and have so much room. Like the goats are going to be in seventh heaven up there. The horses are going to have a complete track system up there. They're going to adore it. And then basically, as the animals, the residents, the long-term residents at Jacob's Ridge, as they become too old or infirm, then we've got this place which will be like the safety net. And we think that that makes a lot of sense, because you have to start thinking ahead in that some of these animals are going to outlive me. And, you know, that worries me to a certain extent. You know, we've got some horses here that will, I think they really will. I think they will outlive me. And, you know, they've got to have somewhere that you can't just, you've got a plan. And this is just, these are the rescues that are here now. What about the rescues in the future? So, yeah, by creating that clinic, it will be a staffed veterinary clinic that won't only supply support for Jacob's Ridge, but it will supply support for the animals that need it out there through the National Association for the Care and Protection of Animals. So, yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's a plan that, in my mind, it works perfectly. It's really symbiotic. And also, it's desperately needed in this location and this area, especially. You know, you're talking about even, you know, if you were just to start anywhere, you know, you could go to the next village up. They've got this massive issue, a huge problem with stray cats. It's completely wildly out of control and nobody's taking responsibility for it. Well, that's something that the association can step in and do. You know, let's get this under control, because it's cruelty, it's negligence. It's negligence from society's perspective. And that makes for a better society if we can work that way. So, yeah, there's that kind of thing. The stray dogs, the dogs that need rehoming, you know, we can reach out through our social network. We can reach a lot of people. We can work with a lot more shelters. That's what we want to do. We want to really start making as big a difference as we can, because none of us are here for a long time. None of us are here for forever. And I think you've got to make those changes that you can, and see what you can do. And yeah, so, you know, you've got to try, haven't you? What's the worst that can happen? We fail, but we try. And I don't think you will fail. I don't think you will fail. I think there's enough people out there that feel the same. And all you need to do is just, you know, like get that ball rolling, you know, which is what we're trying to do. And yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. So I don't know if that really answers your question there, Mr. 100 Awesome. But yeah, it's about building where it's needed and to which site requires it. So I think this site, as it becomes that center, will need a lot of infrastructure, a lot more infrastructure rather. We do have infrastructure here, but be like developing that further. So and that would make a lot more sense. So yeah, it's all exciting stuff. Okay, said Labidou, hello there. I think I'm in love with Steve. Well, we're all in love with Steve. I'm glad to hear it. Right, let me try and catch up a little bit here, because I have really got behind a lot. I thought the orange and white cat was Sock. No, Evelyn, the orange and white one, Sock is orange. He's not white as well, so that's why he's called Sock, silvery orange cat. So he's like a silvery orange color. Let's have a look. Rachel Potato, we've still got no, hold on, I'll show you. We've got nothing there to show you at the moment, but don't worry. Live again, Great Danes. Yes, Henry, don't worry, she's coming. Stephanie, hi Stephanie. Way to go, June. I call that mode of conversation my poison emails. I used to use them when working in hospital. Yeah, absolutely. Well, do you know what? My mum always says you get more done with sugar than you do with salt. And it always sticks to me, that one. Although sometimes you just want to chuck a bag of salt. In fact, a sack of salt. Sometimes I want to drop a whole sack of salt. Bang! There you go. Salt. That finished that. But you can't do that, can you? Right. Big Gaz still there. Big. Gaz giving us some information. There's some real internal conversation going on there with Big Gaz. I think the best thing to do is just chill, relax, don't worry about it. Late feed, Tonda, how are you doing? Hold on a minute, I'm gonna have a little drink. That's better. Hello from St. Louis, Missouri. Hi, hi Tonda. Thank you very much for your super chat. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Oh, I don't know what's going on here with the software. Right, okay, hold on a minute. Gail, I think Big Gaz is on a bit of a wind up. So that just I think that's just it's fine. Everything's fine, don't worry. Oh, I've got to bring big light, Julian. I'm here when you want to bring big light. Okay, hold on a second. We're gonna bring big light.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Let me. Oh, ah! Being hit in the head with a waggy tail. Okay. We're gonna get big light so we can see what we're doing. Oh, he's sitting on my leg. Okay, good boy. How is everyone? It just got so dark, like so quickly, didn't it, Potato? Whew. It's starting to get dark earlier now. Why are you giving me paw for? I didn't ask for your paw. What's that for? Hey, you have a big smelly breath. Is Julian up to speed with the comments? Probably not. I don't know what you guys have been talking about, so trying to pick up the thread now. This one's for Julian, but he's not here, so I will read it. Dear Julian, when animals arrive at your sanctuary, how do their past experiences affect them? Does their difficult history impact their behavior or character when they first come into your care? Well, Jamback Mansion, that is a very good question. It really depends on the situation where the animals come from. Grace, one of the horses. It's okay. Announce yourself.
Hello, hi guys. Hi, hi, me. Hello, hello. Right. Okay.
Oh, being hit by a waggy tail.
Just, I can do that. Is that better?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the question is, when animals arrive at your sanctuary, how does their past experiences affect them? Does their difficult history affect their behavior or character when they first come into your care? And I was starting to tell a story about Grace.
You're a beautiful boy, hello. Yeah.
Grace is a horse who was one of the big horse rescues, which sort of was the catalyst for the sanctuary starting. And I mean, you might be better to tell the story of Grace.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the question is, the question is, what do the behaviors,
does their past experience affect them?
Yeah, well, it does. It's like anybody, isn't it, really? And I think that so Grace had a particularly rough time. She was trained in a traditional method, but she was also trained with violence, and that made her very dangerous. So she wasn't very trusting of humans, and she would attack. So yeah, that took a long time for her to build up the confidence and the trust. And you still have to be a little bit careful of her. Dogs are always a concern for me. I always worry about dogs. So you never know. I mean, like Sonny picked off the street. Potato. I mean, Potato. Look at him. This is a particularly violent dog. We don't know what his story is, but I'm just worried that. Can you see this?
I'm trying to get.
Here, come here, the camera. Look at this lunatic. Look. Here, look. Oh, don't push me over. Right. Yeah, as you can see, potato, he's pretty violent. Right. Excuse me. There you go. But yeah, you certainly have to be careful. I think you just got to get to know them, haven't you?
Why is that comment up? How do I get that? There we go. But yeah, it really depends on what their history is. Elizabeth, Rachel, if you don't mind me asking. Oh, excuse me.
I'm going to go back up.
Oh, bye then. How many calories do you and Julian need to eat every day? I've studied vegetarian cooking, but not vegan. Thank you. Well, Elizabeth, I don't calorie count, or anything like that. I just eat until I feel full, and then if I'm not hungry, I don't eat. I don't know, to be honest. At the moment, because it's been hot, we've been having just like one main meal a day, and then we'd have like toast for breakfast and then cereal for dinner, and just have like a big lunch, because we just haven't been that as hungry in the heat. But yeah, I don't know how many calories. I just try and make sure that we. What are we barking at? That we get all of the stuff in that we need. Evening, Rachel. We've been shouting at Julian. Have you indeed? I expect Rachel will be bursting in like Hagrid. Rachel will be making breakfast by the time he's finished. What, by the time Julian's finished talking, or? Okay, we're going to try and do belly rubs. Hang on, let me set this up. Okay, Potato, we're going to do belly rubs, okay? Do you want belly rubs? Are belly rubs okay? There we go. I don't know. Right, I don't know where Julian's gone. He was just going back up, but I'll sit here. Right.
I'm here.
Okay? Can I sit? Oh, there you are. There.
I'm going to put you back on.
Are you just lurking?
I'm lurking, yeah, because Henry wants to see you and the dog, so I'm just getting out of the way for a bit.
Okay, well, I can't read the comments from here, but okay.
Hold on then. Okay, that's a bit better.
Ah, clever.
Yeah, slap the like button, please. Yes, Jane loves a good slap of the like button.
Oh, yeah, still about you. It's about you too. Yes. And Django's okay, just staring in, like jealous. But no, he's with me all day. You want belly rubs or no? Belly rubs or no? Belly rubs or no? No belly rubs? No one belly rubs? Oh, no, I don't want the Mickeys. I don't want the Mickeys.
I'm trying to catch up here with the comments. I'm very, very far behind.
No, surely not.
Oh, everyone's just shouting at me now because I was missing you. None of them were listening to me because I was just rabbiting on, and then like everybody was commenting for me to like read the comments, and I was like, "Geez, it went horribly wrong."
What were you rabbiting on about?
Well, I was answering a question that somebody had asked me. Mr. Awesome had asked a question, and I was answering the question. And it was no good for anybody else. Everyone was like, yeah, shut up. Rachel needs help. Stop talking. We're not interested in what you've got to say. Go and help Rachel. It was all about Rachel this, Rachel that. Little Rachel's army.
Exactly.
Mr. Awesome says, the National Association will be great. Do you think once everything is settled with the new property, you will return to the goal of purchasing the Ridge location from the landlord? Thank you for the question. Yeah, absolutely. It has to be, Mr. Awesome. It's a requirement. We have to do it because we've got no choices. The pigs cannot go to the new site, and the pigs cannot be moved. So that leaves us two options: either continuing to rent, which we're not going to do because he's got us over a barrel, or we purchase the land. And we're fortunate that we're in a position where he's saying, you know, he's open for that. So yeah, we have to grab that opportunity to do that. So yeah, we will be purchasing this one as well, and then that enables us to develop the clinic, and yeah, basically develop the whole thing for the association. So that is the plan, but it's just all, we've just got to go slowly because you know, you know what it's been like. It's been 2 years of a nightmare with this whole thing with getting the licenses and the permissions and everything else through. But we've learned so much. We've learned a ton, so much that we didn't know 2 years ago, and that enables us. Well, that gives us a lot more power now. Yeah, we know what we're dealing with. We know the steps we've got to take. We know what to look out for. We know what to check for. So we're in a much stronger position. So I think everything for a reason, you know. I think maybe that was what the universe was doing for us. It was basically putting us on a bit of a very steep learning curve. But if it did, I mean, it's been hard work, but we've learned. Right on. Right, hold on. I'm a bit behind on the comments. Rachel's Army.
Yay.
We were with you even if Julian wasn't. Oh,
Nice. Thanks, guys. Odine says, Neil, my hubby is back to watch. Will you please say hi? Hi, Neil.
Hi, Neil.
Thanks.
How you doing?
I hope you're doing okay, Odine. I hope you're feeling better.
Stephanie says, hugs and kisses to Potato.
Oh, hugs.
Okay, hold on. There was a question earlier, Rach, posed by Jan. Blue pill is remain ignorant to the world, and red pill is to live in reality and to know what your reality is. What would you choose?
I'll just wait. Red. Wait, which was which?
So blue is ignorant, and red is reality. Would you want to know your reality?
No.
Yeah, that's what I said. We don't want to know reality. Are you mad?
What if you wake up and you're just in a test tube or something?
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
Anyway. Since you are vegan, do you get blood work more often to make sure you have the nutrients you need? Well, not really. People do. If they've got like deficiencies. We've had blood work done for other like things, and it's been completely fine. Like I think I had a illness with like migraines or something, so they did blood work to see if there was any infection or anything, and the blood work was fine. And then Julian, you had something else when you had to have bloods. Excuse me. They were all fine, so no, we know they're fine from that. But yeah, some people do have them done regularly. I think as long as you're getting your B12 supplements and you're eating balanced, then and you don't have any deficiencies, then you should be fine.
Yeah. Tash wants to know, how did eyebrows come to be at the sanctuary? Well,
yeah, I wasn't here, so you can tell the story.
Eyebrows was a stray who made friends with Barney, and Barney kept bringing her back to the sanctuary, and we didn't know who she was, so this dog was just always sitting outside. And, so I would go out and say, "Oi, go on, go home," or whatever, you know, and shoo her away. But she kept coming back, and then it got to be like I would look out the window and go, "Oh, that dog's back." Oh, which dog? You know, Eyebrows, the one with the eyebrows, and that's where she got her name from, because she's just got these really big eyebrows. And then she just stayed. We just got to know her, and she just made it home. So really, she came to the sanctuary because of Barney. Barney brought her back, and it was just she was Barney's girlfriend, and yeah, that's the way they've been, really. So yeah, thanks to Barney, we've got Eyebrows.
My dogs are bored of me now. They've left me.
Yeah. Okay. Rachel, with all your hard work and careful attention to diet, I can't imagine that you would need to count calories. Yeah, we don't really count calories.
Yeah, I think it can be a dangerous trap to fall into. I think if you are actively trying to lose weight, then it is important to know what your balance is between calories in and calories out. So I do think that is probably important to know. But yeah, it's something that I've never wanted to get into too much, because I think you can get a bit obsessive over it. Yeah, you just sort of keep an eye on your weight, and if you feel like you're putting on weight and you're not happy about it, then you maybe adjust slightly what you're eating or how much you're eating. But yeah, really, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mr. 100 Awesome says, I have been volunteering with a place that handles, hold on, that handles the, what's going on? What's that all about?
I don't know. They've seen something and then started their usual thing, snapping at each other. So I just wanted to get out of the way. Barney's ran off barking.
Ran barking off. So I've been volunteering with a place that handles neglected dogs, and often dogs involved in dog fights. Is dog fighting a big issue in Spain? Have you had any rescues related to that? Well, yeah, we have. So that's a really good question. Thank you again, Mr. 100 Awesome. You are on it tonight. So the dogs, dog fights. Yes, there's a problem with dog fighting in Spain. It's not unusual to see them. I've seen them quite a few times on the side of the road, where they just suddenly group at strange places out in the countryside, and you know what's going on. Not very nice people, quite unsavory. People breed particular types of dogs for fighting. I believe Sunny was a fighting dog. She was bred for fighting, I believe. We have also had, and we've been instrumental in several rescues where we've liberated dogs from illegal dog pounds. And that's about as much as I would say on that. But we managed to do some pretty sketchy stuff to get these dogs out of these pounds and then get them rehomed. So dog fighting is an issue. And yeah, it's pretty vile, really. Well, you know that, but yeah. But I think it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know, every country's got the same problem. It happens all over the place. It's just underground, and I just don't. Well, obviously, I don't understand it. We wouldn't, would we? Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. But yeah, it would be nice if we could could stop it. I think it's something that we could potentially have more influence on through the Care and Protection of Animals Association. That's something that we want to explore. Same with bullfighting and the other things where these animals are used for entertainment. But it's all about education, and it's just a really, really long process. So we just got to do what you can do. Kevin.
They're barking at a fox. There is a fox in the back, in the distance somewhere. What is the oldest dog you have, Kevin? Well, we're not sure about Sirius's age, but we think the oldest is probably Barney, actually. We think Barney must be about 12, would you say?
Yeah, he is, 12, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sirius is older, don't you?
I think he's quite old, but like, I don't think he's that old. Because little dogs live longer, don't they, generally?
Yeah, they do.
Jane asks, if you could have one superpower, what would it be, apart from the ability to keep up with the comments? I think I would have...
That's a good one. Maybe, would you want to read people's minds?
No, I was going to say something like, I would be able to clone myself so I could do more jobs.
Yeah, you do need to do more. I don't think you need to clone yourself, Rachel. I just think you need to be a little bit more organised and just work a little bit harder.
Elizabeth meant from an energy expenditure perspective, about the calories. But no.
Red Bull.
What? Red Bull?
Red Bull. Yeah, sometimes you say that, Elizabeth. Yeah, I'm aware when my energy levels are just not there, and I just have to just like load up with really calorific food if I'm going to go and do some work, and you can feel it, can't you, when you're burning it off?
The fox is like freaking me out because it sounds like a baby crying.
It's not an old lady, is it? Not an old lady screaming or laughing.
I'm gonna get out of here because I'm getting bitten, and I need to get Sirius away.
Okay, thank you very much. See you shortly.
See you.
I'll see you in a minute.
See you in a minute.
Okay, bye. Okay, right. So there you go, Henry. I hope you enjoyed that. Rachel with the doggies. Just for you. It's the Care and Protection of Animals. So it's the National Association, Jan, it's the National Association for the Care and Protection of Animals. So it's the NACPA is actually, I can't show you the logo because it hasn't been signed off yet. We've got it's got to be registered, but I can show. We'll share it when it's ready to be shared, so you'll see it all. Oh, hold on a minute. I think we're back on. Can I help you? Hello?
Oh, it's just they're saying like Kevin's saying, "Are you ignoring?" Oh, hang in there, Kevin. They'll get to you. But we did respond, so just saying that.
What? What are you doing?
It was
are
about
you far ahead on the comments?
What's the oldest? Probably further than you, yeah. Right, go away. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, I have no idea. Drink coffee. Yeah, Kevin, absolutely. Do you know what? Yes, coffee's been my friend recently. A lot of it. Okay, I think I've caught up. My God, I've caught up. Right, okay. I feel like reading minds would make the strongest stoic, self-conscious and crazy. Yeah. Stoic, rather. Yeah, you're probably right. Reading minds would be a bit of a problem. Tash, I think being able to be invisible would be useful because you could get into places and do good stuff for animals. Yeah. Jacob's Ridge is getting ready for Halloween early with a fox that sounds like a baby or old lady. Yeah, we're there, I tell you. Oh yeah, Rachel's just put on the ticker to join the Patreon. If you're not a patron already, or if you are, thank you very, very much. If you're not, then please consider joining our Patreon. We're really concentrating on growing that because it's a really, really important way to support the sanctuary and everything we're doing. So please consider doing that. I think I'm there. I think I'm there. Amazing. I mean, I did that all on my own. No help from Rachel at all. Let's have a look. Have I? Yeah. I think I have. This is weird. This is a weird sensation. Noetic concordance. What kind of predators do you have around that you have to protect the animals at the sanctuary from? Not really. There's not really predators. Well, foxes, they're not really a problem because, I mean, there's nothing really that the fox is going to hurt. The donkeys are a pretty good deterrent as well. So remember, we've got free roaming Barry. Barry free roams all night, so he can go where he wants to. The biggest problem I would say with wild animals is probably wild boar. So we've got quite a large population of wild boar that live in the area, and they can come through the sanctuary at any point, and they are attracted obviously to our pigs. So we've had it a couple of times where wild boar have actually broken into the run, and then they can't get out because they've pushed through a fence, and then the fence has gone behind it, and they can't get out. So I've gone down there a couple of times in the morning and gone, hold on a minute, who's that pig? And it will be a wild boar, and oh my god, they're off the scale. They're crazy and so strong. And this one particular story comes to mind where we'd caught this young wild boar in the pig run. So I opened the gate to let it out. It came out with such force and came past me. If it had hit me, I think it would have broken my legs. It was like this high velocity boulder that just moved so fast. And the neighbors had recently constructed a chain link fence all the way up one side of the sanctuary. And this boar ran so fast straight into this chain link fence. And I thought it was going to knock the whole thing over. It was unbelievable. And it bounced and did somersaults in the air, came crashing down, got up, shook itself, and then ran straight down into the river at 1,000,000 miles an hour. They're incredible energy they've got. But you have got to be careful with them. They can, if they're cornered or surprised, or they're with their young, they can attack you. But as far as any dangers to the animals, we're pretty much, there's nothing really out there that will hurt the animals now. A neighbor lost a horse to a wild boar, so it had gouged one of these horses. So that is an issue, but that's a very, very rare occurrence. Noetic concordance, they can gore you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's have a look here. Does Barry not leave the sanctuary like Naughty Steve, Ronnie, and Dottie if he is free roaming overnight? No, Debbie, he doesn't. He's a good boy. He's very chilled. He does leave the sanctuary with them, like he'll go with them, but because they're all away, he tends to stay with them. So he will be just outside their fence all night. He can't be in with them because he'll end up fighting them. So he just stays on the outside of them. Potato belly rubs. We've done all that, Henry. Where are you going? Hold on, new comments. Let me see some new comments, please. I'm trying to catch up here. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. Can wild boar mate successfully with domestic pigs? Yes, they can. That's one of the issues, because what's happened is now all of our pigs are fixed, but what was happening was the wild boar were mating with Vietnamese pigs, and they were creating a crossbreed. And what was being noticed was that the indigenous wild boar was disappearing, and this new breed of pig was starting. And so the Spanish government, completely Spain-wide, they want to protect their wild boar. So they that's why they declared the Vietnamese pig species completely and utterly invasive, and all got to be destroyed. So that's the crux of the problem. So what we've done is we've obviously had the certification on all the pigs here that they pose no threat to the environment, and they can't have any impact at all on the wild population of boar. So yeah, it's a tricky one. There was a herd of elk here somewhere that took in a donkey as their leader because the donkey was protecting them from mountain lions. Oh yeah, Nightic and Corners. I saw that story. I heard about that. Barbara Sage, thank you for the question. Yes, why were you in Spain when you started the sanctuary? It was just a decision to move here because quality of life, really, and yeah, so it was just the way that life was at the time. It was a decision that we made. So, and then the sanctuary started, and the story began. SJB Joe Beiji at 66. Is the wild boar and pig somehow related to the black pork, or is that a whole different thing? The black pork is apparently a delicacy. I think, yeah, I think it might be, actually. I'm not totally sure on that, but I think it might be, yeah. Linda, okay, we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be calling it a night now as well, because it's been a long one. SJ, Jack of all trades. Oh, I see. SJ, Jack of all trades. Got you. Right. Fair enough. Do you have rubbish collection where you are? No, we have to. We ship all our rubbish out. We collect it all, and then we have to take it to the rubbish tip. Do you have venomous snakes there? Yes, Tash, we do, but you very rarely see them. Do you have trouble with puppy mills there? We do in the States. No, not so much, actually. Not so much, because there's a big problem with stray dogs, abandoned dogs, and they don't tend to buy their puppies, but they will have puppies. But what they do is they want them as puppies, and then once they grow, then they get abandoned. So that tends to be the biggest problem that we face over here. Okay, guys. Well, have a lovely day and have a lovely rest of your weekend. I'm going to call it a day. I think Rachel is somewhere. I think she's sorting out Timo. No sign of Rach. Let me remove that. So yeah. Sorry about it for being a bit disconnected tonight and not really with it. We've just been, it's very, very close, and it's very heavy, very humid, and it's just been a bit of a full-on evening. And I don't know why it's taken Rachel quite so long, but I don't know what she's been doing. But it's just taken her forever tonight. I don't know why it's taken her 2 hours to do the dogs. It's a strange one, but anyway, there you go. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Thanks for all your support, as always. Super chats. Let's have a quick look at the super chats. Where are we? It's been a good super chat tonight, guys. You've been amazing. We have got 12, 4, 60, 480. I'm going to say 480. It's sums in dollars, sums in pounds. But if we say $480, so thank you very, very much for all of those super chats. That's absolutely amazing. Makes a huge difference. So thank you very much. Remember to join the Patreon if you can. And if you are a patron already, thank you so much. And we really appreciate it. So we'll see you all next week. Where are we? Jan says 501928. Oh, you're probably right, Jan. Are you? I've added up 480. You're amazing. Yes, you're amazing. Jane, you're amazing. You're all amazing. Thank you so much. and we'll give it a good night now. See you all next week. Adios. Shall I do the outro? Do you want an outro? Over outro or just no? What do you want? Do you want the outro? Oh, hold on. Rachel's come to say goodbye.
Open your eyes, love.
They are open, just about.
I just want to say.
Yes.
I was sitting chatting to the guys.
Yeah.
So I wasn't taking 2 hours to do the dog. And Timo's just had runny diarrhea everywhere. And I could have gotten you to come and clean that up, but I didn't. So shut up.
Okay. Thanks for that. We're saying goodnight now, and outro has been voted for.
Okay.
We need to do a new outro, Rach. That outro, I don't like it.
No, it's rubbish. You're rubbish putting that on. What are you thinking?
I know. I'm going to do a new outro. We're going to do a much, much prettier outro, but let's get it done. Okay, here it is then, guys. Outro time. We'll see you later, alligators, in a while. Crocodile.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much. And yeah, I can't find the outro. No, that's not. That's an intro. No. Oh, outro. Here we go. All right, guys. Good night. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.